A brand new trailer for a new Pokemon game has just been released, showing a brand new region along with the 9th generation of Pokemon. And we are going to be doing a deep dive into everything that's been shown off, as well as other information revealed to us online. If you are excited for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, be sure to drop a like on the video, and if you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. Anyway, that's enough from me, let's play the trailer. So the trailer starts off with a security guard on the night shift in what appears to be the Game Freak offices. At first it doesn't appear to show anything useful, but when he enters the mysterious room, we start to see some secrets that could give us information for the upcoming game. The secret room looks to be an abandoned brick house that might have belonged to an explorer, as there are old books, pots, and rope pulleys that you might find on a flagship. On the back of a chair, we see a strange symbol that appears to be in the shape of a cobweb. Maybe this symbol is the enemy team in Scarlet and Violet. The desk that we can see here appears to have a bunch of plants and biolab equipment, which makes me believe that this room belongs to the new Pokemon professor. And the board next to the desk reveals a key piece of evidence which tells us where the new region is based on. If we zoom in, we can see an old map. And this is an old map of Spain. We know this by identifying the 3 islands by the coast here, and this coastline along the south. So perhaps Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is based on cities and landmarks in Spain. 59 seconds into the trailer, some paranormal activities begin to occur around the room. The coffee begins to shake, the book pages start to turn, the the hands on the clock begin spinning and all the lights begin to flicker. But maybe the paranormal activities could represent that the new legendary or mythical Pokemon could be a ghost type. However, I do think that this is very unlikely, since one of the mythical Pokemon's forms in the previous game, Sword and Shield, was a ghost type. 1 minute 20 seconds in, we finally get a first look at the new region in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. At the moment, we don't have a name for this new region, but from first looks, it appears to be a big city with 2 Pokemon centers here and here. Red sand off to the right, so perhaps there is a desert nearby. A very tall, snowy mountain, and a fancy looking building here, which could be a tech lab. We have some more beautiful shots of a region here with what looks to be a huge lake, a patch of land nearby the major city, and a look inside the city itself. And I want to quickly bring attention to the main building of the city, as the structure of the spires look very familiar. This building on the left is called the Sagrada Familia, which is a basilica that can be found in Barcelona. And the spires on both buildings look quite identical. Okay, now we get to see more of the lands in the region and what Pokemon live there. In the first 10 seconds, we see a field full of Starlies, Hoppips flying past what appears to be wind turbines where we can walk to the top, it seems, a cliffside field with Petilils and Bonsweets, a swamp with Psyducks, and a pond with Combies and Driflooms. In the next 10 seconds of footage, we see a Meowth strolling down a footpath at night, 3 Stonjourners walking through the desert, Pelipers and Claunchers chilling on a beach, a pair of Swablues on a line of flags in the city, and of course Pikachu is here too, because it would not be a Pokemon game without Pikachu. And in the last 5 seconds of the Pokemon footage, we see a Blissey hugging her egg in the city, Seviper slithering near the desert, I think, because there is a dead tree there, 2 Larvatars walking through a cave, Magnemite near what I think is a lighthouse, and lastly Lucario using what I'm sure is Aura Sphere in a battle. We get a much closer look at the central building, and it does in fact look like the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, and what also appears to perhaps be an observatory. We have a Dratini style fountain outside a huge Hispanic style house. Could the fountain confirm Dragonite's return? We will have to wait and see. We now have a camera shot of the city centre where there is a circular mural that represents each of the 18 different types of Pokemon. At 2 minutes 10 seconds, we see the home that we started at the beginning of the game, and might I say, I think this is the best looking home we've had in the franchise so far. Here we get a look at the female version of the player running up to our house, and in the background we see the blue house from earlier. And in case you didn't know, if you play Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet, you will have exclusive outfits depending on what game you play. And inside our home, the decor has a very Hispanic interior, from the patterns on the wall, the colours, and there is a painting of a woman doing what I believe is the salsa. So I think at this point we have pretty solid evidence that this game's region is based off Spain. We are upstairs in our room, and now we see the male version of our player, and on the wall we get a quick glimpse at some parts of the regional map. We are now back in the secret room that was at the start of the trailer, and we get our first glimpse of Generation 9 starter Pokemon. From left to right, we have Sprigatio, the grass cat Pokemon, Fuecoco, the fire croc Pokemon, and Quaxley, the duckling Pokemon. To end the trailer, we get the game title art for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet with a late 2022 global release date. So let's break down all the information that we got. In that trailer, we saw 21 Pokemon, 22 if we are including the Dratini Fountain, that are going to be in the next game. If we take into consideration the evolutions of the 22 Pokemon we saw, that means we already know 54 Pokemon that could be confirmed in the game. And out of those 22 Pokemon we saw, there is at least 1 Pokemon from each generation confirmed to be in the game. But do take it with a pinch of salt, as if you remember in Sword and Shield, there was all 8 generations of Pokemon in the game, but a hefty amount didn't make the cut. So since there are going to be 9 generations of Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, expect the same thing to happen again. According to this IGN article, we have some information on the abilities for the starter Pokemon. Sprigatio has the Overgrow ability, Fuecoco has the Blaze ability, and Quaxley has the Torrent ability. In Kotaku's article, we have a quote that says this: "Various towns blend seamlessly into the wilderness with no borders. You'll be able to see Pokemon of this region in the skies, in the seas, in the forests, on the streets, all over. You'll be able to experience the true joy of a Pokemon series, battling against wild Pokemon in order to catch them. Now in an open world game that players of any age can enjoy." All of this information sounds amazing, but I do want to address a concern I have, and that's the graphics. I genuinely think Game Freak need to update their game engine. Since they changed their game's formula and style back in Sun and Moon to feel more like an open world game, the graphics always looked outdated. And with how well Breath of the Wild looked, I expected more when Legend of Arceus released not long ago. The graphics in the trailer looked great, but in the end, it was downscaled. And looking at the graphics in Scarlet and Violet, I don't know. The art style has changed, which is a positive, but the graphics need more. And with how video games are progressing graphically year after year, Game Freak needs to do the same. But overall, I have pretty good expectations for this game, and I can't wait to play it later this year. Hopefully we get another trailer at a future Nintendo Direct, and when we do, I'll be here to cover it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful or interesting, be sure to give a video a like. Let me know down in the comments your opinion on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon related content. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.